favorite boy code Guru, and today I started off my 100 days of ethical hacking challenge, where I'll be learning penetration testing from scratch, solving CTF challenges, that's capture the flag challenges, and I'll be documenting everything as I go. Each day I track what I learn, the labs I complete, and the CTF challenges I solve. So the goal is to become better at cybersecurity through consistent daily practice. So before touching any hacking tools, I wanted a system that keeps me consistent, so I created a 100 days challenge checklist on Notion. So for this challenge, I needed a structured roadmap, so I went on the internet, crawled the internet looking for resources, and I found this cool book by Georgia Whitman, which is titled Penetration Testing, a hands-on introduction to ethical hacking. This is the book. This book teaches ethical hacking step by step, following the same process professional penetration testers use. Each chapter includes practical labs, so I'll be learning concepts and immediately applying them through this challenge. So you can see that's the table of content. It has a whole lot of resources. So yeah, this is the book I'll be using. Today I started off with understanding what penetration testing is all about and the stages involved in penetration testing. So yeah, that's basically what I did today. So what is penetration testing? Penetration testing involves simulating real attacks to access the risk associated with potential security breaches. So what are the stages involved in penetration testing, or the life cycle of penetration testing? So the first stage we have is the pre-engagement phase, which involves talking to the client about their goals for the pen test and mapping out the scope, the extent and the parameters of the test, and so on. And the next phase we have is the information gathering phase, where the pen tester searches for publicly available information about the client and identifies potential ways to connect to its system. And the next phase we have is a threat modeling, where the tester uses this information, the information gathered from the information gathering phase, to determine the value of each findings and the impact to the client. The next stage is the vulnerability analysis. This is the stage where the hacker vigorously hacks the system, trying to find vulnerabilities, doing nmap scans and so on, to try and find loopholes in the system which he can use to take advantage of. And the next phase is the exploitation phase, where the hacker now runs exploits using some common tools the hacker use, maybe Metasploit, to exploit the system and gain access or gain root access to the system. Gaining access from exploiting the system, the hacker now moves on to the post-exploitation phase, where the hacker has to gather information about the attack system, look for interesting files, documents, and attempt to escalate privileges. This is called privilege escalation. Finally, we have the reporting phase. This is the phase where we convey our findings to the customer in a meaningful way, of course, and we'll tell them what they are doing correctly, what they need to improve on, and how I got in and what I found and how to fix, and so on and so forth. And that was basically all the theory I did today, and I went on to installing my virtual box. In this lab, in the book, they actually use VMware. and I've never used VMware before, so I went online again and watched some tutorials and learned to install VirtualBox and configure the VirtualBox. And voila, I had my hacking lab all set up, my Windows 10, Android 9, Metasploitable of course, and Kali Linux of course, and my OAuth vulnerable machine, which is a machine which is actually vulnerable, and it has a lot of loopholes, a lot of vulnerabilities that I can exploit on and learn as I go. And same thing for this Metasploit 2. And the Android 9 is just like a simulator for me to like practice my hacking attacks on, and the Windows 10 is a vulnerable Windows 10 server, which I'm actually going to make vulnerable and performing my hacking on it. So that's basically all what I did today. Now the idea is simple: show up every day and make the progress visible. So the biggest thing I learned today is that ethical hacking isn't about the tools, it's about the process of preparation. And understanding how attacks work step by step is more important than memorizing commands. So that's it for day one. Thanks for watching. It's your boy Kodo. Stay tuned for day two.